It's a place where you can change your whole life. You can change your career, you can change your life in a very, very short period of time. And giving the tools for someone who's been in a career for such a long time to want to change something is very intimidating. And LSB offers a platform of change, which I think is fantastic. So LSB has taken the last 3 months. I've travelled some miles. I've been over in India. We did some teaching over there, and then, which was fantastic, really, really interesting. Alongside that, came back. We got a lot of press when we were out there, so we actually went back out there again for a second time, which again was very, very interesting. Being in India twice in a year was a great experience for me. 2018 is a big year. In comparison to 2017, we're on the mission to opening and expanding the company. So more academies, which is going to be a challenge, which is an exciting challenge. So alongside that, it's going to be growing the team. So the bigger the company, the more pawns we're going to need. So being in a leading position, kind of setting the tone and leading by example isn't easy, but it's kind of taking on other people's weight while dealing with your own weight, and it's not making out that you know what to do. It's kind of working together as a team to sort of get the best solution out of whatever problem arises. What gives me satisfaction and stimulation through every day now is again, sort of leading by example, being that confident head at the front of the table, and sort of pre-predicting problems that I would come up against, and kind of giving my solution over, my suggestion over to the team, and them taking it on board and coming to a conclusion and fixing whatever needs to be fixed. That's where I'm getting my satisfaction from. Did I ever see myself in a senior position like this? I suppose I don't rest, I don't sit down, I can't sit still, so I'm always pushing for more. So it was only a natural progression really, I think, but I never really I don't know, I've never really planned anything, so it's all just kind of happened. Even though it's a very, very quick turnover, you have a lot of professionals in the industry that sort of see London School of Barbering and question, well, how can you teach someone from zero to something in a very, very short period of time and them actually be good at what they do? And I answer that with passion, I answer that with the drive to want to actually achieve something new, and working together as a team I think is really, really important, and that's how it's achieved. So students turning up on their first morning, you see, it's quite, I mean, I find it amusing now because I see it so often, but it's, scary. The fear in their face is intimidating. It's a big building full of a lot of people. And then when you see the transition of a student from their first week into their kind of middle to later weeks, and how relaxed they become and how they walk around like they own the place, I love that. I think it's a creative challenge. Walking through the door, you're going to get doubts, you're going to get fear, and they're very powerful emotions. I think what I say to people that are doubting themselves, just taking it in their stride, and each step by step, kind of each day as it comes, and kind of just setting mini challenges. I learn a hell of a lot from students, because every man's got something over you that you haven't got. So I think it's important to always be quite humble with, just because I'm teaching you a new skill doesn't mean that I can't learn something off you. I've learned a lot from students. I learn a lot from students every day, just on how to conduct myself, how to deal with different situations, and how to kind of take into consideration other people's feelings. I think it's quite important. So once you've got the desire to cut in hair, it's simply repetition. It's cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting. And I mean, once you've got the skill of cutting, it becomes kind of 50-50, 50% personality, 50% skill when you're dealing with clients. And And I've always been of the mindset that you're as good as your last piece of work. So becoming your own critic, your own self-critic is important. Ignore your kind of negativity that's around you, ignore the positivity, and learn from everything. You can learn from everywhere and anyone. So being receptive to learning more all the time.